These people may all look like retired pirates, but in actual fact, they're former Lord Mayors of Norwich. Now, despite the Norfolk blackjack, we're a pretty progressive bunch around here. Take our current Lord Mayor, for example. It may surprise you to learn that he is a woman. We've always believed in giving women a fair crack of the whip. Not literally. That would be a dominatrix, which we also have in Norwich. There are currently 3 of them. Yeah, about 3. A few years ago, in this very building, councillors had to summon up every ounce of their political gumption to save a city that was on the verge of being rent asunder. March 2006, and the council have proposed to extend city centre parking fees to beyond 7 p.m. Uproar! The council has hurtled through these corridors, the air thick with argument and counter-argument, hue and cry. Brouhaha! Some said it's an essential revenue generator, others said it'll strangle trade. The result? Deadlock. At that point, a rogue Lib Dem proposed a compromise. What if theatres were prepared to subsidise nighttime parking, and those self-same rates were suspended from Monday through Wednesday, resulting in a net gain for the city's midweek economy? And a bloody, or at least irritable clash could be averted. Gentlemen, do we have a deal? Norwich awoke that morning to peace. But it's incredible to think so few people know how close this city came to our blanket imposition of nighttime parking fees. All right. It's a little-known fact that had Hitler successfully invaded, he'd planned to make his victory speech from Norwich City Hall. It's easy to see why. There's a very imposing, brutal quality to the architecture that Hitler would have absolutely loved. But it sends a chill down your spine, even factoring in the cold day. Just imagine. Reverend, there is the rather lazy stereotype of a graveyard as being somewhere that we're familiar with from horror films, where a hand may emerge from a grave and grab the ankle of an innocent student on holiday.
Graveyards are places that are charged with meaning. I mean, I know your parents are both buried here.
Yeah, well, they died, so I buried them.
So, of course, their graves, and all the graves here, they are symbols of a life lived, a collection of memories.
Yeah.
And graves are keepers of stories untold.
Great name for an album, Keepers of Stories Untold. Can I ask you a question? If you were told quite forcefully to draw a soul, what form would it take, do you think? Be a bit quicker. If you don't speed it up, it'll look hard.
Well, the soul is inside us.
I always imagine a soul, strangely, to be like a badly poached egg, so that the yolk, the centre, is intact, but the albumen, the outer soul, if you like, is long and stringy. Another way of looking at it is a very small ballerina with a large lace cloak. Similar thing. Those are 2 good ones. Do you have any?
I don't know that it's enormously helpful to dwell on the physical.
I agree. I don't dwell on it. I just talk about it sometimes. But it is a lovely, very well maintained graveyard.
Well, I think it's important that we do keep it well maintained. I mean, of course, you know, it's important that the graveyard doesn't become
Quicker, vicar.
some kind of shrine for people that have passed on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think a cemetery should be a place of quiet reflection, you know, away from all the hustle and bustle, a haven of tranquility.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Alan.
Okay. Okay. Can we tighten that up?